Hello and welcome to Milk It Reviews. Right, what we've got here are the 511 Taclite Pro pants. Probably like yourselves, big lover of cargo pants. Live and die in the things. Right, have to carry so much gear with me, I need plenty of pockets. Right, in addition to pockets, I need a pair of cargo pants that aren't going to fall apart. I made the mistake many years ago of going out and buying some cheapies. Unfortunately the stitching fell apart, then the material wore out in a few weeks and they ended up in the duster cupboard. Right, then I discovered 511 and haven't looked back since. Let's start on these again. Right, with a lot of 511 products there are so many features. Right, these are just quite phenomenal. Right, we'll start off right with the cargo leg pocket. Right, you've got two of these, one on each leg. Right, double Velcro closure. Right, it's big enough to get your hand in. They also blouse out as well. But once they're empty, they sit there and they're nice. It's very clean cut, which I really like about these. You haven't got those great big bulging pockets hanging off your legs that you sometimes find. The whole garment's made out of a lightweight 65% polyester, 35% polycotton ripstop fabric, right, and it makes these so hard wearing. You can see all of the stitching, well I say all of it, most of the stitching is double stitched, bar tacks in high wear areas. Right, the pockets are finished nicely. This is like a mobile phone pocket which I can't get my fingers to the bottom of. Right, so you know, I mean that's nice and deep. And where's it going? Down to here. Alright, so it's nice and deep. So any of you with these monster phones, right, it's going to fit in there quite nicely. Right, move on to the front pocket. Right, nice and big. Right, it is deep, right, which is great. You're not going to lose things out of there. Right, you'll notice that on the actual pocket edges, I hope you can see it, 511 have even thought this out. If you're carrying a flashlight or a knife clipped onto your pocket edge, right, they have a tendency to wear out. They've put a hard wearing cover on this, right, same on both sides, right, so you're not going to sustain this wear to this area, which I think is a fantastic feature. Right, it's just nicely finished, you know. Back pocket, nice and deep again, hand splayed right out like that, you know, you're not going to lose your wallet out of there. Velcro closure, 511's trademark strap. Right, I wondered initially when I first came across this many years ago, what's it for? Right, but it's come in so handy. If you've got anything on a lanyard, just hook it round there, goes in your pocket, it's not going anywhere at all. Right, it's good. Belt loops, big enough to take a 2-inch belt. Everything's stitched and reinforced, right, it's not going to fall apart. Right, you've got big wide ones, you've got thinner ones. Right, you've got an attachment D-ring on there for anything you might want to hook on there and pop in your pocket. Right, you've got an elasticated waistband, which is great. That gives you about 2 inches. You've got the same on the other side, I'll show you in a second. Right, you've got the same on the other side. It gives you about 3.5 to 4 inches free play in the waist of the trousers, which is good if you're active. Right, they don't dig in when you bend over, right, which I really like. Right, just pop these over. Slightly different pocket on the other side. Right, on here everything else remains the same. Right, this one is Velcro closure. Right, and it's gusseted as well, so you can get a slightly bigger pocket or a magazine or whatever it is you're looking to pop in there. Right, no strap on this side, only need the one. Right, what else we got? Yes, when we come to do them up, right, we've not only got a button, we've also got a prim stud, snap, whatever you want to call it. Love these. Me, and unfortunately popper closures never really worked, especially on trousers. They always used to come undone. These prim snaps, they don't, but once you do them up, they stay done up until you undo them, right, which is rather nice. Right, YKK zippers as always with 511, right, which is rather nice. But these are lock-in zippers on these trousers. Right, once you've actually flipped that down, well, they don't undo, which is really good. The only thing I would say, it would be really nice 511 if we could have a slightly bigger tag on there. Right, it makes it a bit easier when you beat the number ones. It doesn't get hooked up in the bottom of the fly. It's not a problem, you still get it out, right? But at the end of the day, it'd just be nice if it had a slightly bigger tag on there. Right, coming around to the inside, just turn this leg inside out. Everything's doubled up, right? The knees, the seat, Right, we go on to the crutch in a second because that's quite a unique feature there. Right, but you've got an opening here. Right, you can put neoprene knee pads in there. So if you're doing plenty of kneeling down, that's great. I put the knee pads in there particularly if I'm canoeing. Right, if I'm kneeling in the canoe, they make so much difference to the comfort of actually spending a few hours swimming on your knees. One thing that really stands out from the crowd with these, and I hope you can see it with this colour, you've got a diamond shaped panel in the crutch. Right, that gives you a bit more room in there, so if you're moving around, you've got plenty of flexibility. And it really stops it from restricting your movements. I mean, can't say too much more on these, right? If I did, if we really started pulling these apart, this review would be about 30 minutes long and you'd all be asleep by the time you got halfway through it. If there's anything you need to know, feel free to take a look at 511's website. If not, drop me a line. If I don't know the answer, I'll certainly find out for you. Please subscribe to the channel. Right, there are a lot more 511 reviews coming out in the near future. If you subscribe, you'll get the email updates. Right, so that way you won't miss out. Right, one thing I did forget to mention, the whole garment is treated with Teflon. Right, which gives it a great wear resistancy. The other thing is it tends to stop it getting stained very easily. The colour of these, if you're interested, is the Tundra colour. I love this colour. It's like a greeny brown. Right, I think it's fantastic. Right, I was always a great lover of khaki, but kept getting into trouble for my wife because I get dirty every 5 minutes. Don't get the problem with these. Right, and I've fallen madly in love with it. I think it's going to be a long-lasting relationship between me and Tundra. Please, if you've got any questions, please drop me a line. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.